Hi, I want to talk about the new Terrence Malick film, the trailer for which it dropped yesterday. It's called Night of Cups, and it stars Christian Bale and Cate Blanchett and Natalie Portman, among others. So watch the trailer, and then I will just give my brief thoughts on what I think the film might be like.
All of those years, living the life of someone I didn't even know.
Let me tell you about you. I want to make you rich.
You see the palm trees? They tell you anything's possible.
No one cares about reality anymore.
Different these days. What's going on with you?
I can't remember the man I wanted to be.
Just don't threaten me with leaving, okay? Just do what you want to do.
You don't want love. You want a love experience.
They are like flavors. Sometimes you want raspberry, then after a while you want some strawberry.
You have love in you. I know it.
Blind. Suppose it isn't there for me. I was afraid when I was young. Afraid of life. One pays for it.
Once the soul was perfect and had wings and could soar into heaven.
You gave me peace, joy, love. Find your way from darkness to light. Remember.
So the new Terrence Malick film, it's called Night of Cups. Night of Cups, of course, is the Jack of Hearts in cards. So Christian Bale is in it. He's the star, and he looks utterly miserable in it. This appears to be, I think, what this actually is Malick's long, no doubt very arty, with lots of woozy dream shots, long philosophical meditation on superficiality and on our lack of happiness in the 21st century. And it seems to be set mostly in Los Angeles, concerns lots of very beautiful rich people, and I guess the point of the film would be something like you can be beautiful and rich and still be miserable, which is not exactly an original idea. It does look amazing, of course. It'll have very woozy, beautiful, dreamy camera movements. There's lots of shots of Christian Bale, standing by the ocean, looking despondent, and then shots of kind of rich people at some big swanky party being very, very decadent. Antonio Banderas shows up in it, being very Antonio Banderas-like. At this point, he really is just Puss in Boots come to life, isn't he? The film also co-stars Cate Blanchett and Natalie Portman. It also features Brian Dennehy, who I'm guessing is playing Christian Bale's dad, because there's a scene of the two of them kind of shouting at each other. So fans of shouty Christian Bale will not be disappointed. It features the voice of Ben Kingsley, and I think it's Kingsley's voice that you hear in the trailer saying, "Once the soul had wings and could soar or could fly." Now, I think this is an idea that Malick has sort of meditated on before. That we're all humans, that we're all somehow basically fallen angels, or angels fallen to earth. If Tree of Life was a meditation on the universe and on God, and if the Thin Red Line was a meditation on good and evil, then this, I guess, is a meditation on what it means to be happy in our modern digital age. No one cares about reality anymore is a line spoken in the trailer. And Christian Bale basically seems to be desperately unhappy for much of the trailer, and I'm guessing obviously much of the film. There's also a meditation, I'm guessing, on on reality as it's lived and existed in our online world. Bale, I'm guessing, maybe playing a version of himself, or he's playing a movie star of some description, because there are shots of him walking around a movie backlot, and there's a shot of him and Cate Blanchett standing on a street that is very obviously a movie backlot, and I'm guessing deliberately, it's meant to be clear that they're standing on the movie backlot. So what is real? What is a dream? What is substantive and what is superficial? These seem to be the concerns of the film. It could be fantastic, or it could be pseudo-philosophical nonsense. It remains to be seen. I actually quite liked The Tree of Life. I also adored The Thin Red Line, which I think also has perhaps Hans Zimmer's most beautiful soundtrack. Zimmer isn't doing the music for this film, for Knight of Cups, although the music at one point does sound very Zimmery. Anyway, so Knight of Cups opens at the Berlin Film Festival in 2015. The trailer dropped this week, and I expect this may be one of the more talked about films, one of the more talked about kind of serious films of next year. It remains to be seen if it gets, critically praised or critically panned. I mean, Malick is one of those kind of love him or hate him kind of film directors, and a lot of critics, I think, wanted to like Tree of Life, but just couldn't quite bring themselves to do so. Anyway, so this may not be for everyone, but I think Malick, deserves kudos for, well, first of all, I'm pleased to see he's actually making movies frequently now, as opposed to, waiting 10 years between movies. And there is something to be said for a director, who is able to get, big name stars to be in his kind of, art projects. It looks beautiful, and I'm sure it is beautiful. Whether it means anything or whether it's simply, an unoriginal meditation on our digital age remains to be seen. However, Natalie Portman looks beautiful, as always. Frieda Pinto is also in it, and she's lovely. So anyway, yes, Knight of Cups from Terrence Malick opens next year at the Berlin Film Festival.